What a game last night. That was that was crazy. And if the game had ended probably half an hour earlier, I probably would have put up a video last night. But it was I think 11 something or whatever, and then I ended up staying up till midnight. And I'm like, I can't do a video and whatnot. Because I was just watching post game and stuff like that. And oh my god, it's just too late for a night video, so I had to wait till today. I don't even know where to begin because this was a crazy game. This was what a week to open up week 8 here. What a way. So I guess let me back up. Let's start before the game. So let's start with J.J. Watt going down. He's potentially out for the season. D-Hop coming in was not 100%. He had one long catch and then didn't really do. I think here. Let me check his stats. I think was it 2? Yeah, 2 receptions. He had 55 yarders, so then he had an 11-yarder, and that's it. That's all he did coming into this game. That's all he did. One real long ball and then a 50 and then an 11-yarder. So he came in injured, did not play. He was been injured all week. And then again, I mean, the Packers had over 10 people out for this game. This is one of the most injured teams I've seen get a win. Ever. For any team. The amount of people injured and this team to still win, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Against an undefeated Arizona squad at their house, in their own home. Which, if you looked at the crowd last night, it looked about 50-50. I mean, there was a lot of green and gold. Pretty much every third down, Packers fans were chanting "Go Pack Go" and being real loud and whatnot. I mean, it did not look like an Arizona home game because there was just so many Packers fans there. It looked like it was a neutral ground territory, like that Jags game, like that New Orleans game in Jacksonville. There's so much a mix of both in there, which is crazy. But Phoenix, that's a big area there. That's Arizona. I mean, especially the South feels like there's a lot of Packer fans. Like Dallas has a lot. Arizona, so the southern states feels like there's just a lot of Packers fans. So it was loud, both sides. Again, it was loud for both sides there. Getting into the players though, into the game. So Aaron Rodgers, this is not a game you'll point to and say he had to throw 400 yards, he had to do all this stuff and carry the team on his back, because really the running backs carried. The running backs just pretty much carried this game. So Rodgers went 22 of 37, 184 yards, which again, 184 yards is still pretty good. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions at all this game. 1 sack, which I believe was that weird play where Rodgers got out of the pocket, scrambled to his right, and then held the ball out like he was trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and the refs counted that as a sack. I believe that was the sack there. Which again, it's stupid because it was if anything, he got the ball across the line before he went down and went out. He was complaining to the ref too as he was going down. But I think that was the only sack there. Kyler Murray, honestly, yeah, 274 yards, but this felt like one of his worst games this year. This did not feel like a Kyler Murray game. This did not feel like he's the leader for MVP right now. 2 sacks, 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns, 274 yards, which again, he had really the 1 bomb to D-Hop at first quarter, and then really it was that last drive where I think it was like a 21-yarder by someone, and then there was another 25, 30-yarder by someone else too. So really, outside of those drives, it was just, 10, 15 yards max that he was throwing to. He didn't really do a lot of deep balls this game, but he had a lot of pressure in his face. No Zadarius Smith on the line there. No Jair. No Kevin King. Was there anyone else out for defense? That might have been it for defense. I know we had a lot more players out on offense than defense. I think that was mostly because Preston Smith played last night. Did he get I think he got a sack. Let me. They don't have him in here. What? Am I tripping? Hang on. Why is Preston Smith not in here? I thought he had. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the stats. I don't know why Preston Smith's not in there. that's weird. But anyway, he played. But the defense, I mean, despite having a bunch of key players out and Kevin King, I mean, they really did a good job. I mean, you had Joe Barry out, the defensive coordinator, defensive head coach. Well, really, yeah, defensive coach, but it's, defensive head coach on that side of the ball. But, it just, Murray didn't get a lot of chances to really run out and run. Let's see. So he had 6 carries for 21 yards. That's it. 30 yards, 22 yards, 21 yards. He had 74 total rushing yards by this Cardinals team, which, by the way, I mean, they're not a run heavy. I mean, okay, they're not super run heavy. They have a lot of weapons on the outside of wide receiver and whatnot. But Kyler Murray can he can run it and do he can do whatever he wants. If he wants to run it, he can run it. And I mean, really, the Packers. I mean, there was a couple of times where they weren't containing him, and that's why he got out for 21 yards. But I mean, there was a lot of times where it's just Kyler just didn't have anywhere to go, and he had to throw it. And again, you're down D-Hop for most of the game. He sat out pretty much all the second quarter. So, and then I think he came in like late in the fourth quarter. I don't think he played a lot in the third quarter. So, you're down your best player, but then, everyone else has to step up. And, they didn't do that. Well, okay, A.J. Green, I mean, 5 receptions, 50 yards. That's not bad. Targeted 8 times. Yeah. Christian Kirk, 4 for 46. Zach Ertz actually did pretty good. And then Chase Edmonds, 3 for 39. Rondale Moore, 3 for 24. I think, is this the rookie? I think this guy's the rookie. Oh, whoops. Hey, what's going on? I think this guy's the rookie right here. Antone Wesley, I think is how you pronounce it. Yeah, so 274 yards there. Again, they had to throw a lot. When you're down 10 a lot, because, I mean, pretty much the whole game, it was, Packers score, Cardinals score, Packers score again, go up 10, Cardinals come back 3, 10, 3, and it's just, okay, well then finally they stopped them inside the 1 yard line, which, by the way, I don't know why you don't QB sneak, I don't know why you don't, get an I formation, put AJ Dillon at fullback, and just have him just run right up there so it doesn't, have to come all the way back from the halfback position. Just give him the ball, put him in his halfback, just do that. I don't know why they didn't do stuff like that. I don't know why Rodgers doesn't like to sneak. So there was 3 turnovers this game, all by Arizona. Kyler threw, again, 2 picks. 1 game sealing at the end by Rasul Douglas, which I might make my own video just talking about Rasul Douglas because he has been a big factor in the short amount of time he's been here. The other interception came off of I think it hit the helmet of I think it was Edmonds was out there. I think it was Edmonds or Moore, one of them, I think. I forget, but they were doing a screen pass and it like bounced off. I think it was like the helmet of Edmonds or something, right in the hands of Henry Black, which set up for a Cobb TD the very next play. So, turnover that costed them the game. It really costed them the game. And then AJ Green, I don't think he was expecting the ball at all. And that sealed the game with Rasul Douglas just, going out there. He had to bobble it for a second and then make sure he got it. But, pretty good catch, pretty good way to end the game, which is, it's another heart attack game because, that just Packers can never blow someone out. It's always got to be, a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 point game in the end. Defensive wise, I mean, again, I talked about this earlier this week. I said, it looks like the weak point is the running game for the Cardinals, and it was. Again, 184. Oh, sorry, my bad. 151 rushing yards, and the longest again, 11, 16, 12 here, but they all came down in crucial things. Who's number 9? I think it's Isaiah Simmons got bullied. That man is gonna get he's gonna get embarrassed. He's gonna get shown off in front of the whole Cardinals defense. Isaiah Simmons had a chance to stop an Aaron Jones touchdown. I think it was in the second quarter, right there, because we didn't score in the first. And Aaron Jones bullied this man and basically walked into the end zone. I know it was close, but it looked like the tip of the ball crossed the plane from what I saw. So, Isaiah Simmons got bullied, and just Aaron Jones just pushed his way. He had his way with Isaiah Simmons. So, I mean, that man's got to get in the weight room again and just he's got to bulk up because it was basically one-on-one, even though, Jones cut it outside. I didn't really have a lot of help there. Pretty sure Isaiah Simmons was contained, and, he just couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it at all. So, oh my God, I got to talk about our punter. Because I got to talk about special teams here, too. Again, we don't really have, not a lot of special teams info here. Obviously, you can look at, like, kick returns or, punt returns and kicking and whatnot. No. Oh, sorry, that was punting. 3 punts. Okay. Yes, the same amount of punts. 154, 160. Yeah, punting was pretty good today. Either way, if the fumble recovery at the 1 yard line was not if it never got touched, the Cardinals would have been inside the 1 yard line. I think Moore. Yeah, Moore is their punt return. Corey just kicked that thing with full force, flipped the field, and then again, even if it did not touch Moore's hand, there was such a good bounce that the ball would have been inside the 1 yard line. I mean, there was a couple times where, it's just, they're flipping the field. Even Arizona's punter, again, both had 3 kicks. 166 yards, 154. I mean, they're flipping the field. Longest was 62. Longest was 58 here. I mean, it's just, when you have a good punter like this that can flip the field, and then you have a defense that can stop, and then you get good field position for your offense, I mean, that's good. Like, both of these kickers did. It was a lot of offense here, and again, a lot of long, sustained drives for the Packers. But, I mean, when you flip the field as a punter, I mean, that's got to give your defense and your team, a jolt of, happiness, and we can do this, excitement, all that. So, again, I'm loving this kicker. We memeing about J.K. Scott last year has been fun, but to actually have a very good kicker that flips the field. I mean, I wonder how many times he's been inside the 10 yard line this year, because Corey has just been doing a great job this year. It was just very good. I enjoy our punting unit, our special teams. Not a lot. Let's see here. 60 total yards on kick returns, 3 of them. So, yeah, about 20 apiece. About longest was 28 there, and then the other one was 12. So then 20, 28, and 12. So that's it. That's not bad. That's not terrible at all. Here, I mean, longest is 13. Kylan Hill, he got hurt. I'm hoping he's okay. I'm hoping. I don't know. I forget that guy's name. I don't remember what his name was, but he basically, it was like a helmet to the stomach or something like that, and it looked like he knocked himself out doing that. So whoever that Arizona Cardinal player is, hoping he's doing okay. I think they're checking him out for neck injuries, which is never a good sign. Obviously checking him out for concussions too. So, hoping everything's okay there. But it's just, that scares me. When you see something like that, you see someone going pretty much head first and trying to make the tackle. It's just like, I cringe every time because you never want to see anyone get hurt. And I get it. It's a way to stop them, and it's legal because you're not going helmet to helmet, and you're trying not to lead with your helmet. So it's a lot of shoulder led stuff, but your head's right there too. So I get it, but it's just seeing stuff like that. It's just it's just I cringe, and I'm like, I just don't feel good about it. But I mean, overall, with the amount of people the Packers had, did not have for this game. I'm glad I picked them in my picks Wednesday. And I'm surprised, but I'm not shocked. I mean, you have Aaron Rodgers over there. He's made no names look real good. Javon Winfrey had what did he have here? 30 yards in total. He almost had a touchdown if he did not fumble the ball in the second half, which ended up going out of bounds. So, we got lucky there. But he almost had a touchdown because they were playing man. I don't think they had any safeties that deep. So it was probably a blitz is what it probably was. And so if he did not fumble that ball, he was gone. But he got hit, and it bounced off his foot and went out of bounds. But Javon Winfrey doing very good. I see why Packers like him. I see why they were saying he had a very good camp. He looked pretty good out there. He had, one or two drops here. So how many times? Yeah, 6 targets. So we had 2 drops that were like, I don't get it. How do you drop that? But again, it's his first, I think it's his first career start. So, I mean, 4 for 6 or 30. That's pretty good for a first career start. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here again. This game surprised me. I was amazed by it. Very good game. We went to Arizona, beat them on the road on a short week. Now we have 10 days to rest, hopefully get people back. I think David Bakhtiari should be back for Kansas City next week. Hoping eventually we're going to get Kevin King back. I know we all know how we feel about Kevin King. I've made a video on him and whatnot. I've actually made a couple. Hopefully by December, we get Zadarius Smith back. We get Jair back. Hopefully, we get MVS back next week. Hopefully, Adams and Lazard come off of the COVID list. Hopefully, we get a healthy O-line. Because Dave Bakhtiari isn't the only one O-line-wise that, isn't healthy and whatnot, or that's, out. So, I'm just hoping that we get all these people back because a full-strength Packers team is a scary team. It really is. But the amount of depth this team has and showing how good they play with this depth just gives me a lot of good feelings for the future. Of not only this year, but if Rodgers stays past this year, it could be very good for the future. Adams, we'll see with Adams. I don't know what's going to happen there, but for now, we stick in the present. Focus on Kansas City coming up in 10 days from now. Still going to celebrate this Cardinals win. We're the first game of Week 8, so we still have until Sunday to probably pretty sure all the players and whatnot are going to celebrate this till Sunday too, and then Monday it's right back on it. We head to Arrowhead, and we got to try to get a win there too. So for now, like the video, share the video around. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here.